SoundHound AI is scheduled to report quarterly financial results after the markets close on February 27th, 2025. That has investors curious if they should buy the stock before the company announces earnings. Of course, the share price recently collapsed by roughly 30% following Nvidia's announcement of its divestiture of SoundHound AI shares. So that's creating added importance in this company's quarterly earnings update this time around. I'll answer the question if you should buy the stock before earnings in this video. I'll also preview what investors can expect from SoundHound in the upcoming earnings release. And I'll share with you my intrinsic value calculation, my discounted cash flow model for SoundHound AI that reveals what I think these shares are worth today. So let's get started. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now. So in its latest quarterly earnings results, SoundHound reported revenue growth of 89%, up to $25 million. But that masked the true nature of the company's business. The organic growth was not all that excellent. The company made an acquisition. It completed the acquisition of Amelia, which is an enterprise conversational AI leader, to expand its new vertical areas into finance, insurance, and healthcare. Previously, SoundHound AI was very concentrated in the restaurant space and in the vehicle space, car space and restaurants. Those were its two very concentrated industries, and the acquisition of Amelia will open it up more broadly and decrease the concentration of revenue to very specific business segments. Speaking of restaurants, the company signed with 7 of the top 20 quick service restaurant brands globally, and several are already live with the company's phone and drive-through AI solutions. I think this solution makes incredible sense for SoundHound AI and restaurants to partner, because right now the customer solution for drive-throughs is not very good, right? You probably experienced this yourself. You go up to a drive-through, the communication is not great. If you have any questions, the drive-through person on the other side probably doesn't have the answer because they haven't been trained very well. And these are jobs that are turning over very frequently. No one stays in that job for a very long amount of time. So they don't stay in the job long enough to learn about the business, the menu items, etc. So this is ripe for innovation for AI to come in, because you can train the order take with artificial intelligence so that if the customer has any questions, the AI on the other side will have all of the answer the customer needs. Furthermore, the AI can recommend products that go well together that the customer may not have ordered. And so that's a big opportunity for upsell for restaurants. So not only do they improve the customer experience with the AI drive-through, they also lower cost. It will cost less to employ an AI than it would to have a person. It also reduces management stress because there is one less person to deal with when you're trying to manage a whole restaurant location, which could have dozens of employees or up to a dozen employees. And so it's a big, big win-win situation that SoundHound AI is fortunately capitalizing on. The other area is cars. It's another area where I think it's ripe for innovation. You don't want to be touching stuff while you're driving and reading stuff, taking your eyes off the road. And so speaking to the car is a lot more convenient, a lot safer than having to touch stuff and look through stuff while you're driving. And so SoundHound AI is now live in Lancia vehicles in Europe, in addition to Stellantis brands, DS Automobiles, Peugeot, Vauxhall, Opel, Citroën, and Alfa Romeo already have its product employed. And I think that's another opportunity you want to hear more about in the upcoming earnings release. Any new deals, any expansions will be huge. Furthermore, SoundHound announced an expansion in India with Kia, adding Hindi language capabilities to several models, now followed by 10 additional regional languages. Now, the big risk with SoundHound AI is how much money it's losing on the bottom line. The company's total cash balance were $136 million as of September 30th, 2024. But in the 9 months that ended September 30th, the company burned through $76 million. And that was up from $54 million in the same period the prior year. So at this pace, where it's losing just about $8 million per month, $136 million won't last very long, right? That's, 15, 20 months of runway. And to make matters worse, the losses are accelerating. The cash flow operations losses are accelerating. So this is something for SoundHound investors to keep an eye out for. Yes, you want to see revenue growth, but you also want to see the cash flow from operations, the bleeding to at least flatten, to at least not be getting worse year over year, to at least stay flat. That's something that the company will need to demonstrate progress on sooner rather than later, because like I mentioned, $100 million won't go very long if you're burning through $8 million every month. Looking ahead, SoundHound is updating its revenue outlook. It upgraded the revenue outlook following the acquisition, and it's now forecasting full year 2025 revenue to be in the range of 155 to 175 million. So 165 million at the midpoint. What investors want to see about this is, are they reiterating this forecast? Are they upgrading this forecast? And are they plugging in some expectation of profitability or cash flow along with this forecast? Or are they just going to target this revenue number without taking any consideration of how much money they're going to lose on the bottom line just to hit this revenue number? Maybe it would be more prudent for the company to focus on slower growth without losing so much money on the bottom line. That's going to become more into focus as we go throughout 2025, because the company's cash balance is going to come under question. So my discounted cash flow model had my intrinsic value at $3.88 for SoundHound AI. The current market price is $11 per share. Now, I've said that SoundHound AI is an exciting company. I've been following the company for a couple of years now, and I've reiterated the fact that I felt the stock has been overvalued almost the entire time, especially after Nvidia first announced its stake in SoundHound AI in early 2024, which sent the stock price soaring. And at that point in time, I said it would have been a good time to take profits in SoundHound AI stock because of that boom ahead of the company realizing some of its potential. It's got great long-term potential, but the valuation has already incorporated much of that into the price today. So to update my recommendation, do I think you should buy this stock before earnings? My answer is no. My answer is wait for the earnings to come out, digest the results, see the new valuation, and make a decision then. Hey everyone, I'm excited to announce that my book is finally available for sale. I've been working on it for more than a year now, so I'm really excited to finally share this with you now. It goes through my framework for evaluating stocks. Some of you often ask why I like this stock or why I like the other stock, and this framework provides you the things that I look at when I'm evaluating stocks. I've added the link in the description below.